What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzlies home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, we are talking about Jaren Jackson's Beale Street block party. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
Piano.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Diamond spiking, let's go for he that MVP. Ooh, reppin' that blue. All on the court, baby, look how I move. Look how I do, look how I grew. I got the buzz when I dribble, I shoot. NBA live and do this for a living. Cooking the court like I'm
first team all defense.
Every night in the NBA is a chance to see something special. It doesn't matter who's sitting out. It doesn't matter what two teams are playing. It doesn't matter what the circumstances or what's on the line. Every night is a chance and an opportunity to see something special. And last night for Grizzlies fans was special. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a Beale Street block party. It was one of the best defensive performances I've seen by a big in a long time. And I'm not talking about a Grizzlies big. I'm talking about a big in general. This was something that was so eye-opening for me as a longtime NBA fan on what Jaren Jackson Jr.'s potential actually is, that I just could not hold down my excitement. Jaren Jackson Jr. was first team all defense last season. He was a real good defender last season. But what we saw last night was something different. Jaren Jackson Jr. literally shut down the paint last night. It was the equivalent of Deion Sanders on the corner. The Hawks, by the middle of the first quarter, did not want to shoot anywhere inside the paint. Not while Jaren Jackson was on the court. It was just insane. It reminded me, and this is the funny part of the coincidence with the NBA's announcement today, it reminded me of those games with Hakeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, those type of big men. Not these guys like Rudy Gobert, where teams design a defense to funnel everything into them. Jaren Jackson was literally everywhere on the court. This was KG-esque. When we all had the vision for Jaren Jackson Jr. when he was drafted for the Grizzlies, this is what we wanted to see. Not only somebody who could stand at the rim and protect the rim, but somebody who can come from the weak side, who could pick guys up off the dribble, who could play drop coverage, who could play switch defenses, and still protect the rim. It was a beautiful defensive performance. I mean, not to mention that he scored 15 points, had 7 rebounds and 2 assists in 24 minutes. That was just the icing on the cake. The defense was special. And I'm going to tell you, there's really, I'm going to show you the box score, and there's really nothing else that we really need to talk about in this game. Because between Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defense, Dillon Brooks' defense, and there have been some stats and some advanced statistics that's come out about Dillon Brooks' defense. Not only is he the best or one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, he has one of the highest defensive versatilities in the league. And then he is backed up by Jaren Jackson, probably the best rim protector in the league. And we haven't even got to to Ja Morant, who might be the most athletic point guard in the league, and an elite scorer, a guy capable of giving you 30-plus points in playoff games when defenses are designed to stop him. And we're talking about all this. I know I mentioned all this. And we're talking about also the Grizzlies have who might be the second best shooter in the league on the team in street clothes right now, but he is going to get better. This is what we're talking about. This foursome. No, we don't have a big three. We have a foursome. And yes, Dillon Brooks is in that group. Somebody who can, we might be like the Celtics were last year and actually have two guys on the first team all defense this year. And they will be well-deserved. And Jaren Jackson, in my opinion, should be the front runner for the Defensive Player of the Year. And that's with having another all-star level perimeter player in Desmond Bane and an MVP level perimeter player in Ja Morant. And a deep young bench and one of the best rebounders in the NBA is Steven Adams. This game is really nothing to talk about because Atlanta sat out so many guys. The Grizzlies sat out so many guys. Atlanta was on a back-to-back. The Grizzlies were on rest. This is like the Dallas game for us early in the season where Dallas was resting and we were coming in on a back-to-back early in the season. Your legs are gone, and we just throttled them. This game was nothing really to talk about. The story of this game is Jaren Jackson Jr. And also, we have Tyus Jones putting up another 20 and 10 game, 22 and 11 actually, with 3 steals, only 3 turnovers, 4 of 7 from three-point line. Dillon Brooks was 5 of 7 from the three-point line. This is our backup point guard. So we've already gotten 6 people in the rotation. Brandon Clark, of course, 5 of 5 from the field, 11 points, 6 rebounds. That's 7 people. Santi Aldama, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 5 from three-point line. That's 8. John Conchar, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, a three-pointer, 4 of 5 from the field. That's 9. That's without playing Zaire Williams, any of the rookies, Xavier Tillman. We have a solid 9-man playoff rotation. Trade for what? These guys are all locked in contract-wise, young, well, except Dillon Brooks, who I'm sure he's going to get paid by the Grizzlies this offseason. But they're young, they work together, and their skill sets complement each other. Guys, I know Boston and Milwaukee have gotten off to a hot start this year, and they deservedly, as 2 teams that have been in the NBA Finals the last 2 years, along with the Suns and the Warriors, they deserve all the hype, and we have to respect the New Orleans Pelicans also. But the Grizzlies are, to me, a legitimate championship contender. And I've been saying it all off season, and I've been telling you guys this all off season, but now you're seeing the fruits in front of you. You can see everything in front of you, and you can see that this team can actually compete with any team in the league. And at first, I had a little trepidation about their ability to compete with the Celtics and the Bucks, but I'm past that. I think they can compete with any team in the league. Now, I'm not saying that they're the favorite to win a championship, but I'm saying that they have as good a chance as anybody else. If they're healthy, come playoff time, I will put my money on the Grizzlies. In fact, I've already put my money on the Grizzlies. But I think that they have a great chance of winning the title this year. And that is crazy to say as a Memphis Grizzlies fan. Peace, guys.